Folks, my name is Neal. I'm known in the Bigfoot research world as Biggyfoot, a nickname that's stuck, come from somewhere. And this is my YouTube channel. And I'm trying to make this brief. I've been asked for the last couple of years by no less than probably 20 different people, would I please post more videos and do more on my YouTube channel? And I want to say that I just usually post when I have a report or when I have eyewitness to Bigfoot incidents that let me videotape them. I am a researcher investigator for a group called the KBRO, the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Organization. You can find, excuse me, you can find their webpage at www.KentuckyBigfoot.com, spell out KentuckyBigfoot.com, and you'll see that's who I research for. But I also research on my own, just, personally. And so a lot of these YouTube videos on my channel, I have limited videos, and I'm not trying to make money. None of them are monetized. I've got some of my videos have 40, 50, 60, and 70,000 hits, and I think one of my videos have 140,000, I believe the last time I looked, hits, and that's wonderful, but I don't do it for money. Like I said, my life is a licensed, ordained minister, 47 years I've been doing that, and I Bigfoot research on the side. That doesn't mean I don't take it seriously. It just means I have my hands full. I got a lot of irons in the fire. But here's the request I've been getting the last couple of years, and I'm going to endeavor to do it. I'm going to go out. I got a plethora of stories, reports that have never been written down, that have never been reported. People are sometimes reluctant to share a story with you, and they'll say, I don't want my name, and I just don't want this posted. They certainly won't be videotaped. So I've got them here. I've got them up here, and I've got them in my some notes. So people have asked me, would you go and do some of those stories and possibly go to the locations when possible and tell the stories? And I thought, I might do that if enough people want to see it and want to listen. I don't want to bore you. And again, it's not because I don't have time to do other things. I'm busy, but I would be willing to. So I've had no less than 20, maybe it was 22 people on YouTube that have asked me to do it. I've received emails and texts, and I'm going to do it for that reason. I've got some kind of an ash or something blowing on. I don't know if there's a smoky fire. Somebody's burning something up there. What a time for me to come here. So let me tell you, I'm going to start doing that, making videos here on my YouTube for those viewers that want to see. I will, when possible, go to the exact location, though I won't be able to divulge that information all the time, and I will tell you a story from exactly that spot where it happened. And so that's the reason of this video. I also want to say, many people have asked me how I got started into this, and it's longer than I can put in this video. But let me just tell you, at the age of 13, in 1967, I saw the Patterson-Gimlin film, and I was hooked. I was sold. And so I believed in Bigfoot from that time forward. I saw the video on Breaking News of a Bigfoot Patterson-Gimlin out in California. Then after that, when I was age 18, I met a minister who was a modern-day cowboy. He ministered to the Indians on the Indian reservation out west. He was married to an Indian lady, and he was an expert marksman. He was a tracker. He was a professional hunter. He looked like Clint Eastwood in a minister's suit. His minister's suit was buckskin jackets and cowboy hats. He was the coolest guy this 18, 19-year-old boy had ever seen. And he told the story of seeing a Bigfoot. On one of his hunting ventures, he was out in the woods maybe out in the wilderness 4 or 5 days, had got several animals, had their pelts, and had the meats and cut up, and he saw a Bigfoot. Through his scope, he looked and right into the face of a 7 to 8 foot tall, hair-covered creature standing upright 400 yards out, and he was up about 100 feet in the air on the side of a cliff, and looked through his scope and saw this creature. And when he looked into its face and zoomed in, it was the face of a human. It was the face of a man. He said, I could pull the trigger and easily have shot it right between the eyes. But he said it had such a human-looking face, though I knew it wasn't human, I could not have felt good at shooting and possibly killing it if that was possible. And from that time on, I was hooked. Now, I've not been a full-time Bigfoot investigator. I'm a full-time licensed and ordained minister. I'm an honorary Kentucky colonel in good standing. Back when President George W. Bush was then President of the United States, I received a gift from then Secretary of State Colin Powell. I received a presidential flag and wings lapel pin for being an ambassador of goodwill of the state of Kentucky. And all that put together doesn't make me anything. But I have a full life. I've been a full-time musician. I've played on albums and recordings and played in Nashville. I've been a radio DJ while I was a minister, and I had the #5 top listened to, #5 rated country gospel radio program in the southern United States back in the early 90s. And been blessed with a lot of things, but all that time since I was 17 till now, for 47 years, I've been a minister, and that's what I do. I'm more content, happy with my life, but on the side, I love to chase tornadoes. I'm a trained tornado chaser for the National Weather Service, and I love to research Bigfoot. So I'm going to try to make more videos, and I'm going to cut this off because one thing I want to try to do is not make long, boring videos. Who's got time for that? Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy this. Keep watching my channel right here, D. Neal, here on YouTube, and I'll tell you some pretty interesting stories.